So, a very good morning to my dear students. Once again, welcome back to 5th grade English class. Today, we are going to deal with block 4, LP number 2. So, let me write the title. Block number 4, LP number 2, present tense verbs. So, before going to get into the lesson, so let me write the aim of this block. To use present to describe habits and routines. Now, I am going to say some of my routines. I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I brush my teeth. Then I eat my breakfast. Then I get ready to go to school. So, these are my daily routines. Now, let me write those sentences on the blackboard. So, let me write those sentences. I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I brush my teeth. Then I eat breakfast. Then I get ready to go to school. So, now all of you please look at the verbs used in each sentences. So, here wake is the verb, here it is brush, and here it is eat, and here it is get. Now, please tell me, what do you feel so special? What do you feel so special about those verbs which are used in these 4 sentences? Can anyone say? What is so special about the verbs which are used in these 4 sentences? Yes, what you said is right. All these verbs are in present tense forms. So, that is actually the point I am going to make. Okay, in order to speak about our daily routines, we only use present tense forms. Here you can find a present tense verb, here also you can find a present tense verb, here also and here also. So, in order to speak about daily routines and our habits, we normally use which kind of verbs? Present tense verbs. So, if you want to speak about your own daily routines, you have to make use of present tense verbs. So, that is understood from these examples. Now I am going to ask you some questions. Now, you please tell about your own daily routines. Yes, you may please. Okay. Right. Okay, right. I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yes, right. Okay, I wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. then I brush my teeth, right? Then yes, I take my bath, then I wear uniform, very good, then I go to school. Okay, now let me write all those sentences you have mentioned right now. Now let me write all those sentences you have mentioned right now. First one, I wake up at 5 a.m. Then I brush my teeth, then I take bath, then I wear uniform, then I go to school. Okay, now please look at those sentences. So, when you read all these 5 sentences, we can find a common thing. And what is the common thing? What is so special about the verbs used in these 5 sentences? Yes, they all are in present tense forms. So, wake is a present tense verb, and brush is also a present tense verb, and take is also a present tense verb, and wear present tense verb, and go present tense verb. So, the point is, in order to speak about our daily routines, we need to use which form? Present tense verb. Okay, the present tense form of the verb is used in order to speak about our daily routines. Okay, now we can move to the content book. So, now all of you please take your content book and page number 17. Page number 17. You all now look at the second, third and fourth paragraph. You please read the second, third and fourth paragraph. So, let me read. My father's life is not easy. He collects dirty clothes, ties them into bundles and brings them home. He marks the clothes of different customers with different marks. He brings them to the dhobi gut, washes them and then spreads them on a string to dry. After a few hours, he sorts the clothes and irons them. My mother mostly does the ironing. Sometimes my older brother helps her. So, when you look at this paragraph, we can find that throughout the entire paragraph, Sunitha is using which verb? So, when you look at the second paragraph, you can find verbs such as collects, marks, brings, washes, sorts and does. And when going to the third paragraph, so let me read the third paragraph. My father says it is important to always keep his promises. Tries hard not to spoil, tear or lose any clothes. He takes care not to break any buttons. However, if something goes wrong, he always pays for the loss. My father's customers like him. They always give him nice gifts on Diwali. Sometimes we get used clothes from them to wear. So, when you analyze this third paragraph, you can find verbs such as tries, takes and going to the last paragraph. My father loves my brother and me very much. He is tired after working all day long, but he always has time to talk and play with us. He sends us to school to get an education, unlike some of the other washermen who keep their children at home all day to help with their work. He doesn't understand English, but he asks about our homework anyway. He wants us to study hard so that we can do any job we want in the future. If you closely look at the last paragraph, you can find verbs such as loves, sends, asks and wants. So now please tell me what is so special about these verbs. Now tell me what is so special about these verbs. So in all these sentences, Sunitha uses present tense verbs. Collects is a present tense verb. Marks, brings, washes, sorts, does, tries, takes, loves, sends, asks, wants. Everything is present tense verb. So we have to understand the fact that whenever we speak about our daily routines, we only use present tense verbs. So in Sunitha's journal entry, she is widely speaking about whom? She is widely speaking about her father's daily routine. What her father does every day. So that is why she uses present tense verbs everywhere, because it refers to her father's daily routine. So you have to understand and you have to keep in mind the fact that whenever we say about daily routines, we only use present tense verbs. Okay. Then if you again closely look at all those verbs used here, what is the other speciality you can find here? What is the other speciality you can find? Can anyone say what do you feel or what do you find so special about these verbs? Okay, right, you are right. Okay, every verbs are ending with yes or es or ies. So this is a speciality about all these verbs. So every verbs are ending with s or es or ies. Look at the first verb, collects. Collect, it ends with s. Again look at does, it ends with es. And look at tries, it ends with ies. Okay. So now we are coming to another point. When we use s, es and ies at the end of a verb, so that is another point. When we use s, es and ies at the end of a verb. So can anyone say when we use s, es, ies at the end of a verb? Yes, you are right. We use s, es and ies at the end of verb in order to make it singular in form. So I can make the idea so the idea can be made as very simple with the help of these examples. Look, he speaks. So here he is actually a singular subject. That means he is referring to only one person. So, when the subject is speaking about one person, that means it is in which form? It is in singular forms. Okay. So, if the pronoun or if the subject is in singular forms, the verb should also be in which form? The verb should also be in singular form. So, how can we constitute the singular form of a verb? By adding s at the end of the verb, we can construct its singular form. Okay, I hope that you understood me. So, he is actually a singular subject. So, a singular subject is followed by a singular verb. So, here speak is actually plural. So, in order to make speak as singular, we use s at the end of the verb. So, similarly, when we say she tries, she is actually singular because it is referring to only one person. So, the verb should also be in which form? Singular form. So, in order to make this try, in order to make try singular, we have to use try plus ies. So, the verb will be like this, she tries. So, similarly, he, she and it, these are always associated with singular verbs. These are always associated with singular verbs. That means the s form or es form or ies form of the verb is used with she, he, she, it. Okay. So, that is the idea you have to be aware of. So, the pronouns he, she, it are always followed by singular verbs such as speaks, does, tries. So, how we get the singular form of a verb? By adding s, es or ies. Okay. Then, in the case of I, we, they, you, in the case of pronouns like I, we, they, you, we use plural. We use plural verbs. The plural forms of verbs are the root form of the verb itself. Okay. The plural form of the verbs are the root form of the verb itself. That means without the addition of s, es or ies. See, for example, come. Come is actually in which form? It is in the plural form. So, how can we make the verb into its singular form? By adding s. So, that means every verbs are plural in their basic form. Okay. Every verbs are plural in their basic forms. So in the case of pronouns like I, we, they, you, we often use plural verbs. And even though I is referring to only one person, we always consider it as a plural subject. So, I is always followed by a plural verb. So, now I want to ask you one more question. You have learned a day in the life of a washerman. A day in the life of a washerman. And what about the verbs used in this story, and how is it different from Sunitha's journal entry? You please tell. So, please differentiate. So, a day in the life of a washerman is the story you have already studied or you have already learned. And in the last class, we discussed Sunitha's journal entry. And this class also, we discussed about Sunitha's journal entry. And what is so special about the verbs used here and the verbs used here? Yes, tell me, you know that. Yes, here in this story, past tense verbs are used, and here present tense verbs are used. Have already seen that echoed, barked, worked. So such kind of past tense verbs are used in this story. And when coming to Sunitha's journal entry, the verbs were all present tense, such as marks, collects, loves, sends, etc. So, from this point, we can closely observe that if we are saying something about a daily routine, we need to use which tense? We need to use present tense. That is why in Sunitha's journal entry, Sunitha uses a wide range of which verbs? Wide range of present tense verbs, because it is speaking about her father's daily routines. So, in order to speak about our daily routines, we have to use present tense verbs. So, that is actually the point you have to keep in your mind. We have already seen that speaking about habits and speaking about one's daily routines, present tense verbs are used. Apart from this, when else can we use present tense verbs? Can anyone say? Yes, right, you are right. Yes, we can use present tense verb when we are speaking about some facts. So, in order to speak about facts, we can also use present tense verbs. Can anyone say a fact? Can anyone say an example of a fact? Yes. Look at the example. The earth revolves around the sun. Earth revolves around the sun. So, this is actually a true statement. So, we can consider it as a fact. So, in order to speak about facts, we generally use which verb? Present tense verbs. Here, revolves is a present tense verbs. So, a present tense verb is used here to speak about a fact. So, apart from speaking about habits and daily routines, we use present tense verbs in order to speak about what? Speak about facts. And we can go to the other example. The sun rises in the east. So this is also a fact. So look at the sentence. We use the verb rises here. So rises is actually a present tense verb. Why we use a present tense verb here? Because it is a fact. So in order to speak about a fact, we use which verb? Present tense verb. So the key idea that you should be learned from this lesson is the use of present tense verb. And when we use present tense verb, we can say is. Present tense verbs are used in two occasions. First of all, in order to speak about our daily routines, we use present tense verbs, and apart from that, in order to speak about a fact, we also use present tense verbs. So now, hope that you understand me, hope that you understood everything that we discussed today. Now we can go to the exercise in your workbook. So please take your workbook, page number 27. So there are 3 sets of exercise given there in page number 27 in your workbook, and take the first one. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the words from the help box. So there are watch, read, write, eat, go, cook. So 6 verbs are given there, and you have to select the suitable verb forms from the box in order to complete those sentences. So let me start with the first one. I dash my bicycle every day. Is right. I ride. Why we use ride? I is actually, even though I is a singular subject, even though I is referring to only one person, we consider I as a plural subject. So I, the plural I should be followed by a plural verb. So that is what we use ride. I ride my bicycle every day. Then my sister dash the newspaper every morning. Tell me. Yes, tell me. Yes, my sister reads. My sister is actually referring to one person. My sister is singular. So we use a singular verb. So what we have to do in order to get a singular verb? We have to add s at the end of the verb. By adding s at the end of the verb read, we get reads. So we use my sister reads the newspaper every morning. Then Rahul's aunt dash to the market every Thursday. So Rahul's aunt is actually only one person. So it is a singular subject. So there also we need to use a singular verb. So we use there goes. So we took the go verb from the bracket, from the box, and Rahul's aunt is actually a singular subject. So we have to make the verb also in singular form. So in order to make the verb into singular form, we have to add es. So we get go plus es. So we get goes. So Rahul's aunt goes to the market every Thursday. Then my mother dash TV at night. You can say, what is the answer? Yes, my mother watches. My mother is actually only one person. So my mother watches TV at night. Then I dash cornflakes for breakfast every day. I is actually, I have already mentioned that even though I is referring to one person, I is treated as a or considered as a plural subject. So it should be followed by a plural verb. So I eat cornflakes for breakfast every day. The last one, do you dash breakfast every day? Do you? You is actually a plural subject. So it should be followed by a plural verb. So, as I said earlier, every verbs are plural in their basic form. So, we use do you cook breakfast every day. So, similarly, in the second section also, second set of exercises, you have to select the suitable verb form from the bracket. So, as we discussed till now, we can select the suitable verb forms from the bracket depending on the subject or depending on the pronoun used in each sentence. If it is a singular pronoun, you have to use a singular verb. If it is a plural pronoun, you have to use a plural verb. See, for example, if it is a singular pronoun or singular subject, you have to use singular verb. So, in order to make a singular verb, we have to use s, es or ies at the end of the verb. If it is a plural subject, you can use a plural verb after that. So, every verbs are plural in its basic form. So, now the third set of exercise is write 4 sentences that use verbs in the present tense and state facts. So, you are asked to write 4 sentences using present tense verb, using present tense verbs. So, for example, we have mentioned in the beginning of this class, I get ready, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I take my bath. So, all these are sentences using present tense verbs. So, likewise, you have to write down 4 sentences using present tense verbs and state facts, and you have to also write down speaking about some facts. See, for example, the sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west. So, all these are facts. So, likewise, you have to write down 4 factual sentences also. Remember, the main thing you have to learn from this is, in order to speak about a daily routine or in order to speak about a fact, we only use which verb? We only use present tense verbs. So, that is the thing you have to learn from this. Okay. Anyway, we can wind up today's session, and before going to wind up today's session, I want to highlight the main idea that we discussed today. And what is the main idea we discussed today is, in order to speak about habits and daily routines and facts, we only use present tense verbs. I take bath. Take is actually a present tense verb. Present tense verb is used there only because it is a daily routine. Then fact, the sun rises in the east. So, it is actually a thing which happens every day. So, it is a fact. It is more than a routine, it is a fact. Sun rises in the east is actually a true statement, or it is a fact. So, in order to speak about such facts, we only use present tense verbs. So, I think you all have understood everything we discussed today. Anyway, please go through the points which we discussed today and take your workbook, and today itself you have to write down all those exercises that I have given. So, anyway, thank you and have a nice day.